To acknowledge country is for me, first of all, to think about who I am. I'm Wiradjuri. I come from out there beyond the western haze, on the other side of the mountains, on the river country that follows Wombool and Kala and Wiradjuri, from the east to the west, out to the edge of the arid zone. So I'm not on country. My old people, however, travel with me every day from country and remind me to walk with care and respect wherever I am, whose ever country I travel on. I have this morning travelled from a little bit down in this direction. I've travelled from Wangal Country, and I've made a journey through Wangal Country and Gadigal Country over the harbour up here to Cammeraygal Country. So in acknowledging country, I say, my ancestors remind me to walk with care and respect here on Cammeraygal Country, and to think about the old people of Cammeraygal and the descendants of Cammeraygal who still live and work here. I think about who I'm here with on country, friends, colleagues, and I think that I should also say my acknowledgement of your old people who are travelling with you, reminding you to walk with care and respect and reminding you to connect to each other. And I think also of the people who've travelled here before us. I think about a man called Wiradjuri, on whose country I presently live, and on whose country I now take care of his river Wiradjuri in the way that I would take care of my own river when I am home. And I think of Wiradjuri travelling from his Wangal country up here to Gadigal Country and over here to Cammeraygal Country, as he did many times. I think also of a Cammeraygal woman who we know by a name that connects her to the other inhabitants of country and her ancestry, a woman we know as Paddygarang, a young woman who grew up here in Cammeraygal Country and who daily paddled across that beautiful waterway that we can see out there, over to where the southern foot of the harbour bridge puts its foot down, on a place called Tara, a place to come and gather oysters and a place to fish. And Paddygarang and her nanas and her aunties and her sisters paddled across the harbour and paddled back every day, enjoying the wealth and benefits and nourishment of Cammeraygal Country and Gadigal Country. I think of another person who's travelled here before us as well, someone more recently arrived, who we know by his rank and family name, Lieutenant William Dawes, who sailed from way up in the north down here into the harbour in 1788, and who sat up there in his observatory on the southern side of the harbour there, and amongst the many acts of research and record that he made, he began to record his conversations and his friendship and his connection to Paddygarang. And they spoke and they conversed and they exchanged words in different languages. They exchanged ideas. They exchanged the nuance of culture and being. And I like to think about those people walking here before us today, because it's much of the purpose that we come together today, to converse, to exchange ideas, to understand each other, to share our thoughts. So in acknowledging country, I think about those people who travel here before us. And finally, in acknowledging country, I have a look around at country to see what it tells us about what we should do. Where I live, over on Wiradjuri, the Cooks River, I'm seeing the pelicans move up the river. There were 5 pelicans out the front of my house this morning. There are 3 tawny frogmouths gathering in the tree. And the little butcher bird mother is up in the tree whistling for all the butcher birds to come and gather as well. Where I live, it's a sheltered place, it's a warm place, it's a place of lots of food and nourishment. And so all of the birds are gathering together at this time. The days are growing shorter, the nights are growing longer. It's a time to all gather up together and sit down, which is also a very beautiful reminder of what we do here today and what we'll do here for the next 2 weeks. So I acknowledge country, I walk on it with care and respect, thinking of those who've gone before and enjoying the company of you who I'm sure join me today walking with care and respect on this Cammeraygal country.